Good morning. Welcome to Tired and Inspired, day about 8. And what I've done so far is my schedule is slightly off. I'm up later. I'm going to work out later. I'm eating earlier because my day has shifted. And I just find that when your day shifts, it's a really good idea to write down what you need. Now, I took down my meal plan from the kitchen, and because I was going to write out my supplements, which I have proceeded to not, I have lost literally the written meal plan, and then I lose it in the email. I am naturally disorganized. I need to speak differently, like I'm naturally an organized person in training or something. I don't know. But, excuse me one sec. I've got to multitask here because, again, my day is different, and then I have to take my son to the doctor first thing because they're fitting us in. But one of the things that I noticed yesterday, I've observed it for a while, but I think that there's something sort of going on in the air from a spiritual standpoint, like not to freak anybody out, but I just find that sometimes there seems to be sort of a certain kind of, I don't know if you want to say spirit or energy that seems to hit a lot of people at once. Sometimes we can call it allergies. But when you hear something over and over, to me it just makes me wonder, and it makes me perk up and go, okay, what's going on? And one of the big observations that I've noticed in the last, well, since I've been training, but just in the last couple days, speaking with really good friends and what have you, is that it's really important that we become crystal clear about what it is that we want in life. And, there really is something to, if you focus on what you don't want, that's all you're going to see, whether it's in your life and others, and it starts almost caving in. It's the only way I can describe it. And so when you start in that place of everything is going wrong and nothing is going right, there's not a lot of hope there, right? Because the reality is there can be some tough situations. It can be marital, it can be health, it could be family. So those may be the actual circumstances. But no matter the circumstances, you can guard and become very aware of what's really going on in your deep heart or your soul and what's going on in your mind. And I was listening to some tapes. They're not tapes anymore, are they? They're CDs or MP3s. And what was really, really critical about what this woman was saying is that every thought has a physiological imprint. She called it a thought tree. And if you plant a thought, whether it's good or negative, that thing is going to grow. And so she talked about pruning the thought. I've actually started visualizing when I have a thought that is not going to serve me, others, or the world around me, literally beginning to physically cut off these branches until I can get it to a stump, and then I'm going to get a stump grinder. So the thing is, I guess I want to share is get really clear on what it is you want, write it out, stick to it, and that's where your focus goes, so that when life happens, you go, okay, yeah, that's happening, but you know what? I want this kind of family, this kind of marriage, this kind of body, this kind of health, this kind of, what do you want your life to be filled with? And you will naturally start gravitating toward and gravitating people toward you who want that like thing. It's a focus thing. So change your focus. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care what's going on. And I think a lot of times giving people who are naturally givers and supporters, they want to scoop everything up and everybody up, and they go, look at this basket, it's falling apart, oh my, oh my, oh my, and it gets really, really, really heavy because they think they've got to carry that thing around. So anyway, that's just an observation. So what I want you to do is get out your journal, and I want you to get really clear, dream big, write out what you want, and not just, I want a good marriage. Like, I want a rockin' marriage, like rocking, and what does that look like? Start with there and see what happens, okay? I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.